Tristan. I just enjoy talking about what's happening and rapping about it. And we just went live on YouTube, so you missed my amazing intro.
That was a good intro.
Sorry about that. But you're a genius as well of the social variety. Welcome to episode 66. Tristan, let's start with our good friend and colleague, the guy that we drink cups of coffee with on Sundays. His name is Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
What's he up to, man? Why is this not done yet? Why has he not bought Twitter? What is the damn holdup?
Well, the first holdup was that they want to verify the actual count of users. They felt like there were a lot of users that were fake in there. That was the first holdup. Then Bitcoin tanked, right? And what is it now? Like 2021? It went under 20 like last week.
I feel like I need to be buying, right? I feel like now is a buying opportunity.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's still going to go down. I think we're barely seeing the dip of the stock market along with the dip of Bitcoin. I think it's going to go down to, obviously I have no idea. Okay. This is just me speculating just ahead of time. So don't, if you're going to buy it. But I think it's going to go down closer to 10, but we'll see. Anyway, with that, it's been one thing or another with this. And we all know that it's not just Elon purchasing this. It's a few of his buddies together that got together and said, hey, let's buy this and change it. But right now it looks like it's still going to happen. But the challenge is still all of these politics that goes back and forth in regards to, well, this isn't lined up, but what about this? But dude, he's already talking to the employees. He's already talking to everybody there and saying, hey, these are the changes we're going to make. This is what's next. So I think it's going to happen. It's just a matter of probably a couple more months at this rate, which is nuts because I thought it would have already happened by now.
Yeah. And so do you still think, because when we started talking about this in the beginning, is Twitter still, is the relevance still potentially there and arguably grown as a result of Elon owning Twitter?
I think at the beginning it's going to be too early to tell, but I think there's something that we always forget when it comes to any type of company out there. And when you look at the successful companies, like the massively successful companies typically have a person that's an icon, someone that people believe in, someone that says, oh, that guy's brilliant. Oh, he's so cool, isn't he? And that actually works towards the company in a positive way. You could see that with Steve Jobs. You could see that with Bezos as he was growing. I mean, now he's become more of like Dr. Evil, right? But you can see that with Bill Gates, even though now Bill Gates is in like on the best side of people now. And he wasn't when he was younger either, but at some point he was. Warren Buffett. You can see, go back through history. It's the same thing. People follow leaders, and people follow specifically leaders in businesses as well. And so that's why it's so key for Elon to pick up something like Twitter, because the leader of Twitter, he was kind of like a spacey dude that people didn't really like. That's Jack Dorsey.
Oh, yeah.
And so with Elon, though, he already comes with this label of genius, little awkward, right? But absolute genius, and everything he does is for the good of mankind. That's what's attached to it. I mean, look at Mr. Beast, dude. The guy loves Elon Musk, and that's that younger generation. Mr. Beast is 23, 24, number one YouTuber in the world. What message is he delivering to his 100 million followers on YouTube? That Elon Musk is absolutely insanely brilliant and awesome. So that carries a lot with it. So I think it's too early to tell what's going to happen on a positive note with Twitter. But I can tell you, once this happens, if it happens, we should all be looking at what is Twitter doing, almost at the same capacity as what's TikTok doing. But it's not there yet. It's too early.
For what it's worth, I do have one of our VAs starting to post twice a week on Twitter and LinkedIn for me because I do a really bad job of diversifying. And so, as you're evolving, your listeners evolving your strategy. I mean, we're all trying to be Tristan and be posting as much as he does every day. But we always say it, like, create one video. Use TikTok as your cornerstone, use Reels as your cornerstone, and then post those as many places as possible. And as you grow and as you evolve, that's kind of where you want to go. And that's where, am I going to gain anything from Twitter or LinkedIn? I don't know, but I know this: if I'm not present, I know I'll get nothing. So might as well try to be present and see what happens, right?
Hey man, look, for you and I, and for those that are posting consistently, all it really takes is one, two, three amazing posts that catch fire, and that can change the trajectory of your social presence. But that will never happen if you're not posting. So there you go.
Yep, 100%, 100%. Okay, so let's shift over to the latest revelation that you shared on our coaching call yesterday, which was about Facebook and your account. And this is a positive Facebook report, and having your profile set up as a digital creator. Let's talk about that and what our listeners should be doing there.
So hold on. I actually found something in between you and I were talking about Twitter. Do you remember? Do you remember at Anthony Weiner?
How do I know that name?
Everybody knows Anthony Weiner, but it's kind of like you're like, who is that guy? He's the guy that was sending selfies of his little wiener to people. And this guy was, I think he was a senator or a congressman. Don't you remember Weiner?
Yes, but yeah, I mean, I guess I tried to eliminate that from my memory
I'm going to show you a picture. You'll be like,
oh, no, leave it off.
Not of his wiener, of actual Anthony Weiner. There you go. You remember this guy?
Oh man, what a weirdo.
So check out what he says. He says, I'm not sure that Twitter is a comfortable place for me.
Well, he says social media in general there.
Yeah.
Well, of course it's not a comfortable place for you because we're showing your manhood, you freak. Come on.
Anyway, just a note to everybody: don't be a weirdo on social media.
Don't be a wiener.
Don't be a wiener. Don't be a wiener. All right, going into Facebook.
Digital creator.
So a little bit ago, as Facebook started to decide to finally monetize Facebook and Instagram for people that are using it consistently, like you and I, Jeff, they decided to say, hey, why don't we allow some of these users to become digital creators? And now what you find with some of your Facebook accounts, I want you to check it out. I know Jeff has this option. Jeff, you have this option on Instagram and I don't. I remember you showing me the back end of your Instagram and saying, hey, look, there's a little section that says, check out how much money I've made, right? Mm-hmm. I don't have that on Instagram. So I checked on Facebook and Facebook gave me the option to be a digital creator. I just had to go to my profile, and everyone can do that right now. Go to your profile and check your options to see if one of those options is a digital creator. If it is, great, turn it on. If it isn't, then keep on posting. And also check your Instagram because Jeff's a digital creator there. I'm not. But what happens is now they're allowing you to monetize the videos that you're sending out, specifically Reels. And now I've gotten 4, 5, what are we in? June? We're in June. I've gotten 4 months of consecutive checks from Facebook for the Reels that I'm posting. And they've gradually grown. So I think my very first check was $300. And then my last check was $700. And I'm like, what's going on, Facebook? Because remember, you and I were making fun of Zuck for being such an idiot on not expanding this creator world that YouTube does so well. Yeah. So I talked to 2 real estate agents. One of them made $10,000, dude. I was like, what are you posting from Facebook Reels? I was like, no way.
Yeah. I need that.
So I need, I need that too. I need a couple of new journals, a new pen, and a new book. Jeff, what would you buy with
Oh, well,
$10,000?
for the record, Mark, Mr. Zuckerberg, I don't call you an idiot. That's Tristan that calls you these
That
days.
was me.
I'm just gonna clarify that. I know you're listening.
That's why I'm still not verified. I keep on sending it through like Mr.
It's
Mr.
funny.
Mr. Zuck.
Well, I just looked at my Instagram. So yeah, I started that in May, which you'd probably do better at than I would. I made $100 in May. I'm up to $30 in June, and it'll run into mid-July basically. So yeah, but I mean, think about that. If I make an extra $100 a month doing what I'm already doing, I made an extra $1,200 a year. If I could do that across multiple platforms, all of a sudden that becomes it's vacation money. I mean, that's journal money. It's new toys money. It's all kinds of things. I mean,
it makes a difference if you're doing this consistently, and it can help create a really nice habit internally and be like, oh,
yes.
cool, I get this going. And I think that's part of what Facebook did well. The other part was this section, and I'm going to show you. If you're watching live, great. I'll describe it as best as I can. If you're listening in, only because I want to show it to Jeff and those watching on YouTube. It's creator support. And the domain name is facebook.com/help/creator. And what happens here is it's for Facebook, it's for your Facebook account and for your Instagram account. So it's for both. The great thing about this section is that it has a little section at the very middle top. It says chat with us. It says start a chat with a big blue button. And it says average response time is 2 minutes. So I decided I'm going to test this out because I don't believe the 2 minutes, because even with my connections at Facebook, where I have real people, the last time I got hacked, it took about a month for it to be unhacked. And I was like, that's ridiculous. So what happened is I get these fake Instagram accounts that try to trick Jeff every day to send him crypto. It's like, Jeff, you want to buy crypto? You want to buy crypto? Jeff almost fell for it. And he sent it over to me. And I said, you know what? I'm tired of these accounts faking my name. So I'm going to test this out. I clicked on chat with Facebook. And within 3 minutes, they got back to me. And it was a real person because it didn't sound like a bot after I asked weird questions. And one of my questions says, hey, what's up? I haven't been verified, right? That was actually one of my questions. It's like, hey, we're still checking it. Don't worry. We're seeing everything. And they said, go ahead and submit it on Instagram as well. I was like, oh, okay. But the main thing I said, look, I've got these accounts that are not real impersonating my name. And they said, okay, do me a favor, send me the username. And can you send me some screenshots of what they're sending out? And so I did that and says, okay, hold on. We're taking a look at it. Within 10 minutes, this whole process, 10 minutes, they had already deleted all of those accounts that were hacking. And I was like, dude, that's it. That's really impressive. To me, that did two things in my head. Number one, they're finally paying attention to creators like YouTube, because there is a difference between a normal Facebook user and somebody that's crazy like you or myself, right? Yeah. And then the other part is, now that they're treating us a little different, they're actually giving us access to let them know, hey, this is happening on this end. You need to stop it, right? Hey, this is happening over here. You need to stop it, because we're the ones using Facebook the most. Yeah. Or in your case, Instagram, and in my case, Facebook. And that's important because we should have that. And so for those of you listening in, if you're using either of these platforms a lot, look into Digital Creator and see when they turn that on for you. Because number one, you can start monetizing. Number two, if anything happens to your account, now you finally have something to help you, which we didn't have for years. Anyway, that was my Digital Creator thing.
You know what I want you to do is I want you to create a video with a screen share and show the listeners. So go create this and post it to your platforms, tag me in it because I'm being selfish, and because I want to see it, because I remember getting a notice the other day when I logged into Facebook and I thought I did it, but now I don't see it on my profile. And then I couldn't find it yesterday when we were going through it on the call. So if I'm having that issue, I wonder if others will as well. And I love what you just shared there, though, because there's two pieces to it. There's the easy, there's free money by doing what you're already doing if you get into this. And it doesn't matter how many followers you have. I can attest to that on Instagram, because it's all about how many real plays you get. And as you know, if you've posted before, you can have 500 followers or less and have a reel go off for 100,000 views. And then bam, you just made 20 or 30 bucks just because you did what you were going to do anyway. And so I love these options. Keep an eye out for them as you get them on Instagram and Facebook, because
Jeff, I saved the link for where they took me to become a digital creator. So I just shared it with you. For those of you looking in, it's facebook.com/creators/get GET -started. So facebook.com/creators/get started. There's a little dash between get and started. So check that out. That's where you would become a creator, or at least apply to become for one. So Jeff, give that a shot, dude. I think that'll work for you probably today.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
That, or I'm going to have to jump on a screen share with you. It's good stuff, man. And you know what? The last piece of it was, if nothing else, the fact what you just pointed out, which was having the ability to connect with Facebook, which you've never had before. They've always been terrible about that. That's huge. And so that in and of itself is totally worth it.
Agreed, dude. Agreed.
I love it. I love it. So let's move over to which reminded me, there was a headline, and I won't talk much about it, but Meta did add more Reels creation options in both Instagram and Facebook. And I just wanted to use this as an opportunity to say, if you are creating content, if you want to become a creator, if you're listening to this, likely you are fall in that category. You need to be leaning into these components of these platforms. Both Facebook and Instagram are putting an emphasis on Reels. And so, your strategy on Instagram, a lot of you've heard us talk about a cadence and all that sort of thing. Reels should be number one. That should be what you're doing every single day. You should put an emphasis on creating a reel a day on Instagram. And, if you're doing that, you can download that to your camera roll, then you can post it to other places. You could post it to TikTok. You could post it to Facebook if you choose to make Instagram your core platform. But you lean into Reels. They're putting more of an emphasis on it. They're adding more features. So keep working. And one of them, by the way, Tristan, is scheduling. I see it on Facebook, but you can schedule your Reels, because Reels did go it went up to 90 seconds on Instagram, which was huge for me, because for whatever reason, most of my videos fall in that range, 60 to 90 seconds. Yeah. And then Facebook went to a minute. Why they are not hand in hand, I have no idea, and I'm not even going to attempt to explain it. Yeah, lean into Reels.
Okay, dude, that is a really good point. Yeah, everyone, short video is the way to go. We keep on repeating it. Once it changes and it does something, and we need to focus on something else, we'll let you know. But for now, it's short video. Dude, there's something that I missed on Twitter, and it's on our blog for Drunk on Social. By the way, if you guys don't know, we do have a blog where we write up a whole bunch. I mean, at this point, we've got over 1,000 articles, I think. Drunk on Social. And this one, our blog's called 100 Proof Social Media Blog, just in case you were wondering. Dose, the little raccoon, is a little crazy guy. And he's on our hats right now if you're watching. Twitter launches notes blogging option. Dude, I missed this, and we wrote it. How the hell did I miss this? Because to me, that's kind of cool. Because remember, I'm testing out the LinkedIn articles. That's doing really well. I'm looking at this on Twitter. Now I'm going to Twitter outside of our blog, and I don't see the option on mine. So when you get a chance, check it out on yours to see if you have that notes option, because that's pretty impressive. And I want to know how long these notes can be. Now I'm going to check it on my phone, because Now they're treating it again, which I love. This part I love. They're treating it again for business. If you look at Twitter and what it's used mostly for, this is a reminder to everybody. When people go to Twitter, this is why it's the fourth most visited website in the world. You go to find the latest information or announcement for companies. So whether it's Apple, whether it's Drunk on Social, whether it's an individual, like, hey, I just came up with a new book, right? Whether it's Elon Musk writing anything for Tesla or for himself, that's where people go to, including the media, to grab it and then use it again for journalism. So that's why it's so important. Now I look at that in that way and be like, well, no, it's damn, we could write articles on here. I'm not sure though, because I don't have it. So let me know if you get it. That's important, because on LinkedIn, I'm going to go back to show you my LinkedIn. And if you're watching, great. If you're not, that's awesome. I'm just going to LinkedIn right now and going under my profile. And I want to go to the articles I've written so I can see what we've done here. I've got 2,292 subscribers for my articles on LinkedIn for my newsletter. And I started this about 2.5 weeks ago. So this has been really good, because now this whole newsletter lives inside of LinkedIn. And it can be shared here and people can comment here, right? See there. So I loved this, and I thought we should do this for Drunk on Social. Let's pick one article a week to post on our LinkedIn and create a newsletter right here, because everyone listening in should be using LinkedIn this way to offer more value, because of two reasons. Number one, LinkedIn has a business relationship with Google. So you type in your name on Google. Oh, I've typed in news here. Type in your name on Google right now as you're listening in, if you can. If you're driving, don't do it. But if you're watching, do it. And LinkedIn will always be, if you have an account, always be on the first page of Google, always. And there it is, LinkedIn. That's even me with all of the other crap that I have.
Does that have anything to do with Microsoft owning them? Is that why?
Well, yeah, Microsoft made a deal with Google a while ago, and it's still in place, dude. Look at this. It's above YouTube, man.
And they own YouTube. Isn't that crazy?
That is. And so that's so important here, because now when we go to LinkedIn, it's like, okay, great. I guess if they have a relationship with them, shouldn't I be working more on, let me go back to LinkedIn. Shouldn't I be working more on my articles then? Especially if you're running a business, real estate or not, you should definitely look at that option.
It's really crazy, man. I just Googled myself, and it was, again, it's always the web page, which is way out of date, but LinkedIn's number 2. It's the same. So
pretty nutty, right?
Yeah, it's LinkedIn, then it's Instagram, then it's Facebook, then it's Twitter, then it's YouTube, then it's TikTok. That's how I'm ranked on Google, which I guess is pretty appropriate because I am a social media guy. So that's the way I should be listed.
Yeah, but think about it. You and I both haven't used the LinkedIn as much for it to be number 2, right? Yeah.
Which goes to show you it's got nothing to do with our presence and everything to do with the in cahoots relationship, I guess, that they have.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's interesting. I was just noticing too, as I was looking at Twitter, have you ever looked at spaces on Twitter? So if you open it up on your mobile, at the bottom, it's got a bunch of options, but spaces is right in the middle. It looks like a microphone. And if you click on it, it takes you to these spaces. And to me, it looks a lot like Clubhouse.
Yeah, that's what they copied, dude. They straight out copied Clubhouse.
It's almost like going to a live radio show or a live podcast, because it's not like Clubhouse in the sense that I don't think you get to contribute, but you get to go in and listen. It's like tuning into the radio. And I think this is the future of media. And
Jeff.
Yes.
This is why we need to meet with Joe next week or the following week, dude.
Whatever.
The idea that you and I came up with on air was ridiculous.
Yes, yes. You know what? That's a great way to wrap this one up. And we were going to talk about NFTs and Instagram, but you know what? We're going to pause that to episode 67 or 68 because we don't like these episodes to go too long. So there we go. We've got content for one of our next episodes. So first of all, if you are listening to this and you're not a Twitter person, you should go check this out. This kind of validates what we opened this episode up about, which is Twitter going to be relevant? And I like what they're doing. And because this is the future of radio right here. Spaces is the future of radio. This is fascinating. And this stuff is live. And frankly, we should be having our show in Spaces, and you should look into that. How do we get our show to stream live in Twitter, or how can we? Because this is relevant stuff. This is going to draw more people to Twitter. Just looking at the Twitter feed in general, Tristan, it's evolved, and I have a feeling Elon's going to make it way sexier. Before long, it's going to look like TikTok or Instagram, because they know aesthetically it has to.
Well, dude, what if he goes a different route? What if he says, hey, I love TikTok and Instagram, let them do their thing. I want to go a different route, but make it even sexier. And I don't know what that looks like. I'm just saying that right now, the opportunity that I see, if you're looking at it as an organization like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, all of these, is I'm waiting for now as a user for things to change so that I can differentiate between them. And the opportunity from these big companies is like, how can we differentiate from TikTok so that we don't fall prey to just following what TikTok is doing? And right now, Facebook and Instagram, dude, they're the followers. Look at Facebook and Instagram transform into TikTok, which to me, it's cool, but I feel like they're just surviving at this point, and I don't like that.
I agree. I'm gonna end this episode with a tweet that has no relevance to anything that we're talking about, but it's funny.
I'll follow you. Hold on, let me like it.
I didn't tweet it. This just some random weird looking guy, but it's funny. He goes, "Why do I feel like I need to shower whenever I leave Walmart?"
I'm not commenting. Hold on.
Funny. But if you know, if you ever walked into a Walmart, you probably feel the same way.
Where'd you do that? I don't see it. Tweets. I don't see it.
It's some guy named Greg. His name's Greg.
Did you retweet it?
No, maybe I should.
Oh, okay. I just turned on my notifications for all your tweets.
All right, there you go. I just retweeted it. Yes, that's a tweet for the day.
There you go, buddy.
This is interesting. Good conversation. I tell you what, folks, we literally don't rehearse this at all, as you can probably tell, because most of the time we suck. We're literally just riffing. We literally jump on these calls at the time that we're supposed to meet and say, what should we talk about today? And then we end up going down a rabbit hole, which ends up becoming fascinating for both of us. This is why we love doing this. And now we say this a lot, but it just validates it. We need to probably do it more often. I don't know why.
Dude, honestly, I feel like it's a brainstorming / mastermind between you and I every time.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Fun. That's pretty fun. Good stuff. Episode 66 of the books. Thanks for listening. Subscribe. Give us a rating. Go on whatever podcast app you're on and tell us that you love us. Don't give us a rating if you think we suck, because then just stop listening. All we want is 5-star ratings. We just want love. It does help, and it kind of helps motivate us. We love hearing feedback. So thank you for listening. Go join our Facebook group if you haven't already, and go follow us everywhere, because we are everywhere. See you later, Tristan.